Hello everybody, welcome to our bathroom. So today I'm going to shoot a video on how I'm going to install a bathroom fan in our bathroom. As you can see, there's no fan, so it gets quite humid in here. And so I'm going to shoot how we're going to put the hole in the ceiling, also how we're going to run the electrical wire all the way to our junction box over here, and lastly how we're going to duct it outside. We're going with the Panasonic Whisper Choice Auto. This is basically an automatic fan. Once it gets too humid in the room, it will automatically turn on, and after 20 minutes it'll turn off. So we have the fan, we have our insulated duct. It's a 4-inch duct, some mastic tape, and lastly the vent. And I'll show you how this vent works. This is going to go into the soffit. Alright, now we're on the outside. This is the bathroom window. And so most people say don't use a soffit vent. And the problem is because if you have a soffit vent, it'll just spew humid air right there and go back into the soffit and your attic. So what's different about this soffit is, you can imagine the soffit is installed right there, so the humid air actually goes out the side. And so that's the idea behind this soffit vent. It pushes the air out. And the soffit's probably the best way for our house because there's not enough wall space and I don't really want to go through the roof. I know most people say to go through the roof, but I'm trying to minimize roof protrusions. So the end install will probably look something like that. Alright, so the first step is to try to run the wire. So this switch controls that light. So the wire probably goes up there somewhere and cuts over here. So it's time to go into the attic to try to see what we can do. Alright, so there's the bathroom. Probably will need to lift up some of this plywood to see what's underneath.
What is on I get stuck to the wall?
Yeah.
你会不会要因为要 move？
Alrighty, so I've removed all the screws. And now you can kind of take a peek into the inside of it. It's a little dark right now, but the idea is that we're going to fish a wire from up there where the junction box is, and we'll be able to see it in this gap over here. Can't completely lift it up because the plywood's kind of embedded in the wall over there. So I'll just try that and see what happens. Okay, so now we're going to drill a hole right there. Either probably on the side of that MC metal clad, not in the middle. So we'll drill the hole and try to run a new wire in there. Alright. Well, unfortunately with this hole, we seem to hit the door frame. So that hole was drilled a little too far off to the side. And so this hole, it's directly above the junction box. And it just keeps going down. So that's good. So now I'm going to open it up with the spade bit, one of these 3/4, and then try to run the MC.
Point it toward the camera side so that it won't hit the
Alright, day 2. You're going to measure where to cut the drywall. So you just have to make it past this little beam over here. And then we should be clear to run the duct straight to the soffit. So just got to measure it, and we should be good to cut. Alright, well it turns out that these two giant pieces of wood, which were blocking this area over here, inside of this pipe, toward the house. It wasn't even attached. So I removed it. I measured it. I think we can install it right in this area, which would be nice, because then the fan is not directly above the shower. And so we're now looking at about 8 feet. So time to measure about 8 feet. All right, so we've marked where the hole is going to be in the ceiling, and now we're about to cut it.
From each feet.
It's like 6 1/4 that way. Good. All right, we got the bracket installed. All 4 screws are in. And again, this is facing the outside. This is flush-ish. Not the perfect job, but good enough. So we should be good to now run our duct. All right, we're on the outside of the house. We're going to be drilling a hole into the soffit using this 4 1/4 hole saw. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Here? Yep, here. 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 All right, we managed to fish the fiberglass. So it's going from inside the bathroom, just outside. Now we need to fish the actual vent. Pull. All right. Well, are we just gonna let this hang like this?
Oh.
All right, our fan is spinning. Okay, and here's the final product. It's been about 2 weeks since the installation. So whenever I take a shower, it automatically turns on. There's a setting where you can set the relative humidity and for how long you want to turn on. So things are great. You know, there's no change to the junction box over here. And no regrets.